if you develop your own artistic language, you can express what is happening on the inside, and you have another language besides the words that you speak. Hi, Marieke Blokland here from Studio Bloknote. Welcome to this series called The Things You Never Say. And yesterday I stopped saying something about language, and that idea of language I find so interesting. Because language is something that I find beautiful. I use a lot of language in my art in so many ways. So I use words, the actual words, but there is also expression in the letters that is also a sort of language. And then there's this visual language. And then, of course, I have my mother language, Dutch, and there's English. And I combine the two in my journals. But then there is also the language of the body, the way that I talk, but also the kind of words that I use, and the kind of messages. There is this, if you're sensitive, it is almost like there is another language that you have and others don't, and you try to speak it, and you say something in your language about what it is that you feel, or what it is that you felt during something that happened. You try to explain it, and you try to put it into words, into the language that you speak, Dutch, English, German, French, whatever it is, and the other person does not receive it. And you get an answer back, and you think, was I talking Chinese? What? And you try to explain it again, and it is as if the other person does not hear you. Do you recognize that? I had that so many times. I said something, and the other person went somewhere else. And it was frustrating. It was so frustrating. And that is also where art journaling really helped me, because I was someone who spoke in feelings. I still speak in feelings. When I have a conversation, I will often tell you how I feel about things. And for me, that is really normal. But I start to see that not everyone is interested in how I feel. While I am someone who is always very interested in how other people feel. If someone tells me that that person is sad or frustrated, or I think, well, why is that? Why are you sad? What are you angry about? What happened? Can we have an interesting conversation? And I've been in an environment where that was not always received. And it's not necessarily gender related, though it is very feminine to speak in feelings. But once you start to see it, that there are people who speak fluently in feelings and others don't, or they try to speak it like it's like if I would try to speak French to you now, that would be really hard. I could say je m'appelle Marieke et j'habite en Breda et aujourd'hui, well, you hear I'm not very good at French. I've had French for a couple of years in high school, but I struggle. I could really speak. I could speak in French like a 4-year-old, and if someone would talk to me in French, I would probably think je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends pas. Um, and then ask parlez-vous anglais? um, language is so much more than words. And throughout all these years of expressing, drawing, painting, making these blotches, making these layers, layering, and putting the words on paper and writing and hearing, listening to music and discovering all of that, and then learning all the colors of language, that it's so much more than grammar and words. That's like the black and whiteness of language. It's not just words on paper. Language is so much more. Language is all of the colors of the rainbow. There's the rainbow again. And through art, you can learn all of those languages. You can learn that there are people who speak fluently in abstract, or fluently in motion, in dance, or fluently in poetry. And if you I lost the word, develop. If you develop your own artistic language, you can express what is happening on the inside, and you have another language besides the words that you speak. And it makes everything so much clearer and more colorful. And that was my thought of today in the series, The Things You Never Say.